Step into the world of luxury leather like you have never seen before. When you think of premium leather jackets, your mind probably jumps to cowhide or maybe lambskin, but there is an exotic material that has quietly dominated the high-end fashion world for decades. We're talking about ostrich leather, a material so rare and expensive that a single jacket can cost more than your car. This is not just any ordinary leather. It comes from one of the world's most unusual birds, and the process of turning their skin into those coveted luxury jackets is nothing short of extraordinary. Today, we are taking you deep inside the fascinating world of ostrich leather manufacturing, where ancient craftsmanship meets cutting-edge technology. You will discover why these jackets command prices that reach into the thousands, why celebrities and fashion icons cannot get enough of them, and most importantly, the incredible journey from farm to fashion that makes ostrich leather the ultimate symbol of luxury. Trust me, by the time we are done, you will understand why this material is considered the holy grail of exotic leather. The story begins in the vast landscapes of South Africa, where approximately 350,000 ostriches roam commercial ranches under the African sun. These are not your average farms. They are specialized operations that have perfected the art of raising these magnificent birds for decades. South Africa dominates the global ostrich leather market, processing around 200,000 hides annually from local slaughterhouses, plus an additional 15,000 hides imported from other countries around the world. But here is what makes ostrich leather truly special. It is all about those distinctive bumps and patterns you see on the finished product. Unlike cowhide or other leathers, ostrich skin features a unique pattern of raised quill marks where the feathers once grew. These are not just random bumps. They are the signature of authenticity that makes ostrich leather instantly recognizable and impossibly elegant. The density and arrangement of these quill follicles determine the quality and value of each hide, with premium grades featuring perfectly developed patterns that create that coveted three-dimensional texture. When these massive birds are processed, the timing is absolutely critical. The size, thickness, and follicle development all depend on the bird's maturity at the time of processing. An optimal processed ostrich hide measures approximately 16 square feet, but getting to that point requires incredible precision in both breeding and timing. The hides are graded by the centimeter and evaluated based on scars, blemishes, and the development of those precious follicles that give ostrich leather its distinctive appearance. Once the raw hides leave the farms, they embark on one of the most complex manufacturing processes in the leather industry. We are not talking about a simple tanning operation here. This is a sophisticated 36-step journey that transforms raw ostrich skin into the supple, durable material that luxury designers crave. The process is so intricate and specialized that it is divided into 3 distinct stages, each requiring specific expertise and equipment that costs manufacturers millions of dollars to maintain. The first stage involves 15 carefully orchestrated steps that begin with soaking the raw hides in massive tanks. Workers meticulously clean each hide, removing any remaining tissue and debris before the real transformation begins. The hides undergo multiple rounds of fleshing, where specialized machines remove fat and tissue with surgical precision. This is followed by several picking processes that prepare the skin for what comes next: chrome tanning using chromium sulfate and other chromium salts. Here is where things get really interesting. Unlike other leathers that might use vegetable tanning, ostrich leather requires chromium tanning because vegetable tanning would be far too harsh for the delicate fibers. The chromium process creates what is called a wet blue product, which gets its name from the distinctive blue-green color that emerges during this stage. This is not just about changing colors, it is about fundamentally altering the molecular structure of the skin to create the flexibility and durability that ostrich leather is famous for. The second stage, known as the crust stage, involves 10 additional steps that are absolutely critical to achieving a perfect finish. The leather undergoes trimming, fine cutting, dyeing, and controlled drying processes that require constant monitoring and adjustment. Temperature, humidity, and timing all play crucial roles in determining the final quality of the leather. During this phase, the leather develops what manufacturers call the crust state, a semi-finished product that is ready for the final transformation. But here's the real secret that separates amateur operations from the masters: fat removal from those distinctive pinholes. Every single quill follicle contains fat deposits that must be completely extracted, and failure to properly remove these fats makes normal ostrich leather production nearly impossible. Even if every other step is performed perfectly, leaving fat in those pinholes will ruin the entire hide. It is a painstaking process that requires specialized tools and years of experience to master. The third and final stage is where the magic truly happens. This finishing process comprises 11 separate procedures that include conditioning to soften the leather, staking, grading, measuring, and finally packing for shipment to luxury manufacturers around the world. During conditioning, the leather is treated with specialized compounds that make it incredibly supple, more flexible than cowhide while remaining lighter in weight, making it perfect for the summer luxury jackets that the elite demand. What makes this process even more remarkable is the specialized technology that has emerged to handle ostrich leather's unique characteristics: cutting edge. Korean manufacturing techniques have developed revolutionary methods for enhancing the natural beauty of those protruding pinholes. The process involves spraying a precisely calibrated liquid coating mixture at distances of 50 centimeters to 1 meter using specialized spray guns. This coating contains carefully measured percentages of casein, varnish, wax, water, penetrant, and binding agents that must be applied with surgical precision. Workers apply no more than 200 grams of this mixture to each section of the tannery surface, creating the foundation for what happens next. Here's where the process gets truly fascinating. The coated leather passes through tumbler machinery equipped with felt rollers that create controlled friction. Friction against the surface generates specific heat levels that cause those protruding pinhole areas to burn black in a controlled manner. It sounds almost destructive, but this burning process is absolutely essential for achieving the authentic appearance and characteristics that make ostrich leather so coveted. The heat must be precise enough to create that distinctive blackened effect without damaging the surrounding leather structure. This specialized burning technique can only be achieved through mechanical friction heat. Attempting to use direct fire methods would be completely unreasonable and virtually impossible to control. The three-dimensional characteristics of those protruding pinholes require high-level technology that very few facilities around the world have mastered. The result is leather with beautifully expressed surface texture that showcases those distinctive raised areas while creating a lustrous finish that is simply breathtaking. The innovation does not stop there. Modern ostrich leather processing has pioneered novel degreasing, tanning, and polishing processes that produce material with exceptional durability and longevity. While a typical calf leather jacket might last 5 to 6 years with regular use, a properly manufactured ostrich leather jacket can easily last 30 years or more. This incredible lifespan comes from ostrich leather's unique ability to absorb natural oils from whatever it comes in contact with, actually becoming softer and more supple with age rather than hardening like other leathers. The specialized tanning process also makes ostrich leather naturally resistant to moisture and prevents it from deteriorating over time. This resistance to the elements, combined with its lightweight properties, makes it an ideal choice for luxury summer wear. The leather maintains its texture and appearance even in humid conditions, which explains why it's become the material of choice for discerning customers in tropical climates. But here is what most people don't realize about the global ostrich leather trade. South Africa processes the vast majority of the world's ostrich hides, but 90% of that finished leather gets exported to manufacturers in Europe and East Asia. Countries like Japan have become major destinations for premium South African ostrich leather, where skilled artisans transform these precious hides into gloves, purses, handbags, shoes, luggage, upholstery, and of course, those coveted jackets that grace the wardrobes of celebrities and fashion icons worldwide. The remaining 10% stays in South Africa, where local manufacturers create products primarily for domestic consumption and specialized export markets. This distribution pattern has created a fascinating global network where raw materials from African ostrich ranches travel thousands of miles to be crafted into luxury goods by master artisans in completely different continents. The economics of this industry are staggering. Premium ostrich leather prices have absolutely skyrocketed in recent years, jumping from $20 per square foot to over $42 per square foot for European manufacturers. This dramatic price increase has created ripple effects throughout the entire luxury goods industry, forcing manufacturers in Japan. Global demand drives the United States, Mexico, Korea, and other countries to scramble for available supplies. The shortage has become so severe that many manufacturers who previously worked exclusively with Grade 1 and Grade 2 ostrich leather are now forced to supplement their production with lower grade materials. Grade 3 and Grade 4 leathers that would have been considered unsuitable for premium products just a few years ago are now commanding premium prices as manufacturers struggle to meet demand. This supply crunch is expected to continue for at least 2 to 4 years, as ostrich breeding operations work to replace breeding birds and expand their herds to meet growing global demand. The breeding cycle for ostriches means that increasing production is not simply a matter of buying more birds. It takes years for young ostriches to reach maturity and begin producing the large, high-quality hides that luxury manufacturers require. Current retail prices reflect this scarcity, with authentic handmade ostrich leather jackets now reaching $2,600 or more from professional artisans. These are not just fashion statements, they are investments in materials and craftsmanship that represent centuries of accumulated knowledge and skill. From the sprawling ostrich ranches of South Africa to the sophisticated manufacturing facilities that transform raw hides into luxury masterpieces, ostrich leather represents the pinnacle of exotic craftsmanship. This 36-step journey we have witnessed reveals why these jackets command such extraordinary prices and why they have become the ultimate status symbol among fashion's elite. Elite. The next time you see that distinctive pattern of raised quill marks, you will know the incredible story behind every single bump and the master artisans who spent months perfecting that luxurious piece. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating journey into the world of ostrich leather manufacturing.